Hello, welcome to another episode of the Black Guy Who Tips podcast. I'm your early morning host, Rod, joined as always by the getting the sleep crust out of her eyes.
I'm Karen. I am here, and I'm woke.
You don't see, you seem a little slow over there. You seem a little sleepy.
I'm so sorry. I did not know we was doing the show this early.
We doing the show early because we have plans. We have to go to the Hornets game.
Yes.
And the game is at 1 today. Mm-hmm. And it's just, when it's in the middle of the day, you have to make a decision. Am I doing the show late in the afternoon? Am I doing the show early in the morning? How am I doing it? Okay, we said, fuck it. Let's do it. I said, let's do it early in the morning. Okay?
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, guys. Nobody was saying it wasn't fine. I don't know. That feels like it wasn't fine. And then Karen tried to put some sugar on it, but it's really not.
It is. It's fine.
But we're gonna be together anyway, Karen. There's nothing you can do about it. So it's whatever.
I can't get rid of you that quickly. Come on through the fire. Okay. We gonna make it.
Even though I know as soon as I asked you, could we record this morning?
Did you hear?
That's what you was thinking. That's what you was thinking. You said,
"Oh
no!" All right.
That's hilarious.
As always, man, everything's in the show notes to be part of this show. So whether it's our Amazon wish list, which thank God was already going to our PO box. Damn. They said they said they are giving people's address away now to third party vendors, and sometimes that means the person that's sending you the gift. I don't know why for sure. Something about how Amazon is treating third party vendors, but it was like, go get a post box office. You got a month, and I'm like, ooh, glad we already did that.
And I think the fucked up part about that is, how do you know I want my address out there?
They don't. No, they're telling you that your address is going to be out there and people can see it. It's not about you. Amazon did something on their business side and basically was like, fuck everybody on these wish lists that, whether it's, OnlyFans models and shit.
Yeah, they're making money or something off of that. Because other than that, it doesn't make it's
the way sense. They classify the business or something.
Yeah, sure. I hope they get sued to fucking hell. Like, because that like, yeah,
I mean, just get off of Amazon with your wish list if you don't want people to have your address, if it's your mailing address. But like I said, we already had the PO box, so it worked out for us. But yeah, we have an Amazon wish list. Let's just cut Karen off before she started complaining about it, guys. Because
I'm so sorry.
Okay, she just found out it's gonna be a long thing. I'm sorry for bringing it up. It's my fault.
It's not your fault. It's just I think that's just dumb. But go ahead.
I think it's dumb as well.
It's
I think
dangerous.
People are going to get rid of their list. Some people are going to be late to find out. And I think you're right. Somebody's going to sue. Somebody might get stalked. A bunch of shit.
Right.
But that wasn't what we were supposed to talk about. I was going to say the stuff in the show notes is how you get in contact with us, whether it's our Amazon wish list or stuff like joining our Patreon. Joining our premium, which shout out to everyone signing up for that. We appreciate y'all. It's always beautiful. It supports our black ass business so that we can do cool things, and there's some cool things on the periphery that are coming up that I can't wait for y'all to be a part of. One of those things is Pod Jam 3, which is also in the show notes. It's in Las Vegas. It's only a little over a month from now. We will be there in April. We'll be performing on Friday. You can get virtual tickets. You don't like, so I don't want to hear the excuses of like, man, I would have went, but you don't have to go. You can just get it online. And honestly, dog, that helps us out tremendously because this Pod Jam thing, this will be our first time going, but it's good people, progressive folks putting on something. And I don't know what the business side of it is. They seem like they are more being good people than great business people. And I mean that in the best way.
In a good way, yes.
Like they're spending their own money to bring a community of people together so that they can, and this, y'all see what's happening. They fucking bombing Iran and shit. In a world like this, we need each other.
Yes, we
and
do.
So whether y'all are used to that on our side, we're hopefully bringing a community together with Pete Dominic and the Pod Jam people, and you can get over there in Vegas and have a good time. Maybe I can go see where Baby Keem filmed his Birds and the Bees video. I don't know. I'm just saying I can't wait to be there and to have a good time. And I hope you guys buy tickets and stuff. And the earlier you buy tickets, of course, the better.
Right.
But JL Covey is going to be performing there as Trump Friday night. Like I can't wait. I know it's going to be awesome. And I can't wait to do our podcasting thing with the new audience and with you guys in attendance. So please sign up for that. And yeah, y'all know the rest. Email, voicemail, Patreon, all that stuff is on the website in the link to each show. All right, let's see. Where do we start every time? I guess we always start with the people that gave us money. Okay, there are some people that just go to the blackout tips. They look on the right hand side of the website. And if they're on the phone, they turn it sideways and they look on the right hand side of the website. And it's like, hey, do you just want to tip them? Do you just want to give them something? It don't matter how much. It don't matter how often. We just give them a shout out. That's it. That's all they get for this is, hey, we're going to read your name and give you a shout out. And yeah, some people do that.
Yes,
and this is their segment.
Thank you.
May have had an attention. You are now listening to Charlottesville with Rod and Aaron. We welcome the good folks who tithe to the Black Tiger Tips.
That's right. New Tubmans, new what's up, man? We got Michael Irvin, the playmaker. Waste Bees by Sura. What happened with them Tubmans? We never got those. Stephen H. Trump ain't gonna do it. Michael F. We're gonna get Charlie Kirkman's. Mary H.
We're gonna get MAGA books.
Allison H. Corey B. Jeff M. Jonathan H. Early Daisy Photography. J4. Nicole F. Mako W. Marvin B. Yes, Marvin B. Michael W. Sonia B, which was Miss Barnes. We will talk about that in a second. It put for hashtag Operation Rodimus Prime. And she sent me this on Cash App. We'll get to why in the last. This is a tease for the emails. Okay, it's coming up in the email why she did that. Asia D. Yes, Asia D. Michael S. Tom W. Jr. David from Brooklyn. Julian N. Noel W. Bomani Jones of the Right Time. And Laura E. Thank you to everybody that just put a little money in our pocket and said, go on about your day. We appreciate you. Now, will you get commercials or will we get 5-star reviews? Let's find out who fucked up this week.
Oh, I don't know. I'm
Was it us or y'all?
Just like y'all. We all gonna find out together, apparently.
Well, the good news is no commercials.
All right. Woohoo!
And the other good news is 5-star reviews.
Yay! I like this. We've been on a little streak, y'all. Keep it up.
I appreciate it. Look, you just have to train a child in the way they will go. 5 stars from Awkward CC. You can put your own 5-star review on Apple Podcast app. You don't even need, you can go to the website, you can use a phone. You don't need an iPhone to do it. You don't need an Apple like iPad or anything.
You don't need an Apple account. You just make one up.
Yes. 5 stars, Aqua CC says. More episodes on edibles. Oh, you was enjoying
it. Apparently a lot of people.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed my existential crisis. Love this podcast, says Brittany is me. I love this podcast and I love you guys. Y'all deserve more than 5 stars, but this is all I can do for now. Thank you for breaking us off. That's all we ask.
Thank you.
You don't got to go above and beyond. 5 stars begrudgingly from HR Paper Stacks. HR Paper Stacks has left us several reviews. Okay. This one is to update us from them commercials. I feel you. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to you. I think some depend on. I don't know if it depend on what you use or where you play. Some of them you can go back and you can see like every single one you've left.
I can see the old reviews. It just depends on if you leave them up. HR Paper Stack says is back. HR Paper Stacks is back with another 5-star review for Ryder Cameron. However, it's 5 stars in spirit only. I've never been so aggrieved by a comment made on this show as I am about Rod's distaste for chicken and waffles, sir. I hate to be this person, but I swear if you don't like chicken and waffles, you just haven't had a good one. LOL. I've had chicken and waffles at Roscoe's and other places, and it's usually pretty good, pretty great, actually. I usually put syrup on it. Not sure if I've been offered gravy, but regardless, it's so good, Rod. Please, LOL. The boneless breast is the best. Bone in is just not the same. I'm sure you saw Kev on stage video about this. Now, I was trying to give you a chance with the dinner for breakfast thing, but this chicken and waffles thing is a step too far. Good day to you, sir. Bringing blessings to you, Karen, as you know what's up. HR Paper Stacks.
You don't sound a controversy over here. People is not happy.
I did not know y'all were going to be so upset by that take. Actually, I did know. I think I even said y'all was going to trip over it.
The chicken and waffle hive came out, didn't it?
All right. I didn't know y'all, the community was going to be on me.
You know, if you was a real black dude, they would arrest you along.
Why did that clip get cut off? What?
You know, if you was a real black dude, they would arrest you along.
Huh. Maybe I cut the clip off too soon. You know, I'm supposed to say arrest you a long time ago. Now I want to know if it's me or the clip.
The clip.
Let me try playing in a different way.
If you was a real black dude, they would arrest you along.
Oh yeah, I fucked that up. Okay. All right. Well,
my bad.
I don't even remember where I got that clip from.
Oh no.
Oh, I remember it was Jackson Mahomes. That's what it was. And then one dude was trolling him. He was like, you know, if you was a real black dude, they would have arrested you a long time ago. Damn it. I gotta get that, find that whole clip again.
Oh yeah, you gonna do it? Do the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
I didn't know y'all was so mad about this. I knew blacks love their chicken, but waffles.
I am a firm supporter and advocate of bringing back the whipping post from slavery.
That's how y'all sound. That's how y'all sound to me. Okay? Y'all are ready to bring back the whipping post from slavery on my ass because I made a joke about chicken and waffles. I didn't know it was gonna be this serious. I'm ready for a whole episode of this, apparently. All right. Well, let's get to the actual episode. 3229.
Fight for your life in chicken and waffles and syrup.
Episode 3229. Undecided voters aren't real. 5 comments.
They
on
are
the
not.
Website. Prof Corey says, just put the Arbis down and you won't look suspicious. I was trying to help Evie. She don't listen. Abia says, I know what Columbus was Italian, but without Spain and its money, he and his ass would have stayed in Europe. And also, it's often the same right-reading people who want to celebrate him but complain about Spanish-speaking non-white people.
Right.
Welcome to my world, Appy. That's what we be saying over here.
Yeah, the shit don't make no sense.
Oh, the racism. Right? Honestly, that could be the title of the episode. Oh, the racism.
Right.
You could just think for 5 minutes and see it, but I guess with a racist you couldn't. It's making people stupid. Nice reply to the white people comment. I see the entitlement. It's real. My mind doesn't trust the world and goes to dark places, so I don't know the nice hopeful thinking. The only entity I trust really is my own brain, because while it's distrustful, it's pretty great in brain work. Now, I did so much Spain bashing, of course. I was just asked in the gym if I'm from Spain because of my olive skin tone. The person said, it's clear that you have some different flavor in you besides German. Is it Spanish? I mean, who knows? The Spanish surely got around a lot. Yeah,
we all mixed up with something.
You could be Spanish. You don't know. None of us really know.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you do the 23andMe and find out. But yeah, listen, Apia, we just all struggling trying to make it, and they still ain't found that lady, that Savannah Guthrie mama.
Oh, they ain't found that lady yet?
They got every video.
Ooh, they find that lady soon.
What I don't understand is, how does the tabloids keep finding shit out? They put something out this morning. It was like the phone mistake that may crack the case. I'm like, why did you find her? Why are y'all telling us? Do the killer know, or the kidnapper? Like y'all telling the kidnapper y'all got the phone mistake. Don't tell People magazine. Like, just keep that till y'all find them.
Right. Let them know once we crack the case. Other than that, they have no business here.
I blame Big Eyes Cash Patel. I feel like he be telling the media because he want people to think he working hard between trips to see his girlfriend go to concerts and get flued out. God, I hate him. EVE says people who sit out the next election deserve ass herpes. Agreed. Apathetic Judge says, hello, cousins. I've been listening in the background for like 6 or 7 years. Love the show. I agree so much on the point this week. Everyone that looks like us, leftists, is not an ally. Anyone willing to burn the whole thing down if their candidate isn't chosen for a party that they refuse to be a part of isn't an ally.
Right.
Thank you for calling it what it is. It's a takeover, and they are as much help as MAGA in getting us out of the situation we're in right now. Those people deserve zero respect for that way of thinking. It's not noble, and they need to be called out on the BS. Thank you, apathetic judge.
I'm glad that you agree, because this year, I was telling myself, this year's going to be a little different when it comes to like the election and things like that. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a lot of people. I'm letting you know up front, you're going to write in and your polar feelings going to be hurt. Because I don't have time for mess. I don't have time for foolishness. I don't have time to fight, argue, or judge. I mean, well, I will judge you, but I don't have time to fight and argue with minute shit that really, really, not trying to be funny, in the scheme of things, do not matter. I just don't. My patience for a lot of things is like zero right now. And so when people come with the devil advocates, when people come with what about this and what about that and what about this and what about that, I'm telling you right now, I'm sorry, I'm just not here for it. Like before, when it was Hillary, it was like, I guess we're not doing that. We're not doing any of that. We're like, okay, if it's open election, complain till you lose your voice. First, do what you got, because it's open. That this is the time to get your grievances out. This is the time to get your complaints out. This is the time to talk about what they is and ain't doing. Like not trying funny. That is the time. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with complaining about candidates and their shortcomings, but the time to do this is when everything is open. But bitch, when it's closed, that means everybody gonna cast their vote. We have narrowed it down and we have decided this right here is the person that collectively we have chose to do. Complaint time, in my opinion, is fucking over. Vote for this candidate or shut the fuck up. Your candidate didn't win. I have had times when my candidate didn't win. We didn't vote for this person because all the whining and complaining and the bitching and the fussing is why we fucking lose. It is not your candidate or bust. It's about a collective thing, and the collective thing is goddamn winning.
Agreed. Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm going to try my best to not even get upset and annoyed with it, but hopefully we will just nip it off at the pass. You don't need to write up here trying to convince us like we're doing the wrong thing. We're not. We're going to vote for the most progressive candidate that we can in all elections that we are able to vote in. We're not the problem. You go right and put the pressure on the people that say stuff like, I won't vote if blank. I will vote third party if blank. I will sit this one out. Like, those are the people that y'all should be chastising if you're going to chastise anybody.
Right.
And to be honest, I've given up on people like that. I don't really want to be in their circles. I won't be chastising them or getting in community with them. I don't feel that we are in the same community. I don't think they are necessarily good people. Or they've just been corrupted by the attention economy to the point that they'd rather get the attention of saying something like, I'm not going to vote, or I'm such a good person, I can't be involved in this. Like, that's fine for them. But I just don't want to spend all the next 2 years
right
being upset arguing with those kind of folks. And I think y'all as an audience, y'all are allowed to like and listen to whoever y'all want to. Yes, but it's trying to tell us to be nice about those people is kind of pointless at this point. I don't find that. I think we've been very articulate and very measured and precise in why we don't fuck with those people.
Right. And there's also something, particularly if you listen to the show for any period of time, I don't know if you mean this, or maybe it's just the way my brain interpreted. Y'all act like we hadn't thought about anything that y'all have thrown up. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times we've thought about it, we've analyzed it, just like you've made up your mind. We've made up our minds too.
Well, some people are new. Not everybody been listening forever.
That's true.
Some people listen to them and us.
That's true.
So they want to write in to see what we think about it. Some people like mess. They just want to hear people talk bad about other people.
Right.
But I think a lot of times it comes from good places. Like, and I just think there's common things that people say, but they don't mean. And I think a lot of people aren't used to people like us that mean what we say. Because in 2024, after the election, we articulated all these thoughts. And I think what happens is a lot of people say stuff and then they soft it and then they start inviting the nonsense back in when the election cycle starts to ramp up. And at least on my end and Karen's end, we intend to keep the same energy that we had like November 6th of 2024 or whatever date was after the election. I'm keeping that same energy. This is not debatable to me. It's not really even worth much of a conversation.
Agreed.
Because I just don't think we're at an impasse, and I'm not going to budge off of this. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It's one of them things. But I'm 10 toes down, and I've been 10 toes down. I have planted my flag, and I refuse because, like, for me, and I know some people may be, like you said, maybe earnest, maybe new, they just don't know. We're getting to the point, and I feel like elections have always been life or death. But a lot of people have never felt like an election has been a life or death in their lifetime. They've heard older family members and cousins and shit like that, tell them about how, this election was the difference between them, living another day or not, or going into poverty or not. But they personally have never experienced the point where you doing the wrong thing could cost you and your children's children's children the future. But I've always taken elections seriously. And so for me, it's not a game. I'm not playing around. People are dying. And the thing is, it doesn't have to directly impact me or my pocket or my family for me to be like, hey, I'm advocating on somebody else's behalf. And so for me, I'm like, I just don't have time for the foolishness. And on top of that, a lot of times, in my opinion, a lot of the people, depend on where they're coming from and their comment stuff. Y'all spend too much time online arguing with people. And I'm just not here for it.
Yep, I get it. Let's go to the comments on YouTube. We got 10. Leonardo says they act like they would have had a Kamala Harris Gaza similar to Trump Gaza. Right. They do act like that. I think this is about like your Mehdi Hassans and your Hassan Piker and those type of folks. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to look at those people and either think it's either A, this person is a bad faith person that is purposely smoothing the discourse into something that is not, just so they can make a rhetorical flourish, or they truly are just, they see life so differently than me. That they truly think what Trump is doing with Israel, where we're bombing Iran this morning, is exactly what Democrats would do. I just don't know how a person arrives at that conclusion with the same information I've been given in life.
Right.
And then of course there's people that which I think a lot of times it's just very performative. Like, we're saying, us right now, Karen and I, we're saying something for an audience. You guys are seeing us. This is a performance as part, like, we can't help but part of what we do means to perform. There are some people that really buy into the performance of it. And when a lot of people are making content, how do you stand out? And I feel like your more unreasonable points of view, your more bombastic points of view are very alluring and tempting because you get more attention, more money, more fame, more engagement. And those are all things that drive the dopamine centers of our brains and drives the profit motive of our content. So I really feel like a lot of people are always looking to do that. And I think that's what,
because otherwise it's not beneficial financially to them.
Yeah, and I think it's subconscious on some level too, right? Like, it's not like I think these people are walking around going, Actually, I don't think that, but let me get on the mic and say that. I think it's subconscious in a large part. Like, these are the tools of the trade. And if you're not very mindful, you end up, in my opinion, sounding like, to me, you sound like a person that ultimately will be no help. You know what I'm saying? You like, you can give me all the complaints, but when I'm like, so what are our things to help? It's like you're the person where I'm like, man, it's gonna be a bitch. I gotta move out of my apartment Saturday, and it's gonna be 100 degrees. And then you just go 100 degrees. That's crazy. Making you move out on a Saturday. That's insane. I can't believe this. This is fucked up. And I go, well, can you help me move? Oh man. I mean, I just object to the fact they even making you move. I'm gonna stay home in the air conditioning, but brother, I'm with you in spirit.
Right.
It shouldn't even be like this. That's how it feels to me. And so you just have to move away from those folks.
Agreed. You're useless.
C. Brown put a black power fist. Terry says, I mean what I say. We don't need to waste time with more grifters in 2024 just because they are progressive. They was clapping for us. Like, I mean, yeah, because I mean what I say. Yeah, I'm not going back. I didn't forget.
Never forget.
Marvelette says, you guys give me life for real. I have several podcasts I started out watching at the beginning of the year. My thoughts originally was, if they seemingly against Trump, I'm listening. Slowly, I had to eliminate what the white leftist podcasters on month one. Then I had to side eye some of the black podcasters who are talking like the white leftists and pairing on shows with them. Yeah, that's the incentive, man. Like, I don't know how much money and power and viral shit we've lost and not gained because I'm not on a white leftist agenda. I don't really even kick it too much with the white leftist crew. And it's not like I'm racist against, like, it's not even that. It's just sometimes they don't know a lot of stuff, and their value system is set up a different way. They haven't had to play this game like black people in the South. But that's where the power structure is. So your favorite black podcaster that talk politics, for the most part, they do want to be in them rooms. They do want to get in them circles. They want to be on the dais. They want to be invited to the event. There's a compromise that has to be done to play in those games. You have to be willing to say shit that maybe wouldn't go over with black people in a black room as strongly. You know, stuff that black people, for the most part, don't really even agree with these folks on. Like, you got to be able to say stuff like Obama's a terrible president, something like that, you know, because it make white people feel more like, oh, you're giving some ground. You're just calling balls and strikes. You're not gonna say, and for me, I'll never relent on certain things. So I'm like, no, because if I say that person's a terrible president, I'm lying to myself. I think he was a great president, especially compared to the president. We're only going from the list of presidents we've had. It's right. He's in the upper echelon for me. Right. I don't know what the fuck y'all measure shit by, but to me, he near the top. I don't need to concede that, but a lot of your favorite black leftists do, because they need to get in that room, in that circle, get that attention. It's, you know how many white people I'm sure have heard about our podcast in political circles and went, not them niggas.
Not them niggas.
And it's not because we say nigga and we cuss and all that. It's literally, in my opinion, because they're like, they don't give ground.
Nope.
Like, they not trying to shake hands with us on some like, yeah, you know what, man? I don't think it was racism and misogyny that stopped Kamala Harris. I really think she's just a shit person and a terrible candidate. That if we would talk like that, we'd be on some white person's podcast every once in a while where they was like, bring these niggas on to say it. So we don't got to. So yeah, your faves do that. And once again, I don't think it's a choice that they make consciously, but it's this. We are on a foundation of white supremacy, period. And this is how you navigate in these spaces. And if you want to move up, it's obvious what you need to do, you know? So it's, you know, and I'm sure it's hurt us in some areas. It's not just this kind of stuff. It's, you know, I've thought about stuff like, what happens if our show gets some attention one day and they're like, y'all should come on a Breakfast Club? I truly don't know what I would do. Because I truly, like, I'm leaning towards, why the fuck would I want to do something like that? But then I know so many people that go over there that I respect, that hold their own, like that. It's not the end of the world. So I think about stuff like that where it's like, what would I have to do? Now the truth is, if they've ever heard us, they probably wouldn't have a song.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So like, it is what it is. My point. So, those shows are not in a vacuum, and there's a reason that they feel comfortable having those black folks on there, because it's gonna be pretty cool for the most part, you know. Because the one thing they can commiserate over is, damn, this really all Democrats and the people that's trying to stop racism and stop misogyny and stop homophobia. It's really their fault, those people. And then we just skip past what the Republicans are doing. Don't they know they're being played? It's all Democrats are bad. Hakeem Jeffries is horrible. Kamala didn't share her plan. Biden was too old. I can't imagine with all the criminal things this administration is doing, the problem is still the Democrats. But Ryan and Karen are spot on to my exact thoughts on where we are, and you are consistent in those thoughts. Thank you so much. We need real and truthful commentary. Thank you. Terrell says nope, and for the record, I'm not saying we're sacrificing or like I'm fine with this. I like where we at.
Agreed.
I like our community. I ain't never had to get on here and lie. I like that, you know, I don't gotta perform for nobody with the, like, you know, hey, let's bring on the black guy to explain us white people how it's really the black people and the Democrats that's wrong. I'm fine with this lane. I don't know how those other people sleep at night, but that's for them. They probably sleep on a bed of money or something. I don't know. Warriors FS says, also the leftists are always looking for a perfect candidate. They are not looking for leadership. They are looking for a savior, which is ironic because they love making fun of religious people while they look for the second coming in a political candidate.
Say that again.
Black people respect our leaders. We don't worship them. MLK, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Shirley Chisholm, Sojourner Truth, and many, many others are respected, not worshipped, as saviors in the black community. Leftists worship Bernie because they believe he is perfect. They don't want a leader, they want saviors. That is insecurity and weakness. Yes, the big tell for me with people like Bernie and a lot of his supporters is not the idea that they love Bernie and want him to win. I think that's fine. Many of us like politicians that want them to win. It was when they retroactively worked backwards so that any flaw in their candidate was not a thing they would even acquiesce to and say, well, they should work on that.
Right.
It was basically like, no, fuck you. They already perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And when I sense an uneven, unfair playing ground, I double down on my shit. Like, I'm not capitulating. I'm not going to concede. If I say Bernie needs to work on his race praxis and you say, fuck you, he marched with King. Oh, well then fuck you back, bitch. Whenever you say like something about Obama, then let's cook. Let's go then. Since we just being defensive. Because I can defend the same things from Hillary Clinton to Kamala Harris to Joe Biden. Like, if we're just going to be defensive, I feel like there's more to defend on this side than there is on that side. You're not interested in coming together. You're interested in like pushing everybody else out and then just trying to get your way. Okay, well then push me back. Right. Like, that's what it is.
And it's also one of those things where I've been doing this long enough, and you know, you've seen a lot of different things change in the political stratosphere, and a lot of people have a get down and lay down mentality.
Right.
And it's one of those things where when you don't lay down, they act like something wrong with you for standing up and being like, hey, what you're not gonna do is push me out the room. And that's why they want you gone. That's why they want you not there, because in some instances, for some people, it's form of a cult. Right. Like we have to do this, we have to support, like we have to do these. No, you don't. And there's nothing wrong with me for saying that this is the thing that I don't agree with.
And and the thing is, let's say they get first of all, I'm not the problem. Meaning, if somehow Bernie gets out of the primary, I would vote for Bernie.
Agreed.
I'm not fucking stupid. I'm not like y'all. I'm not gonna sit home because I didn't. Oh man, I really was hoping he wouldn't get it.
And that's the difference between the two groups.
Yeah, so I like already. There's not even a thing you need to argue with me about. Go help your man win. I actually tried to help you by being like, you know what might help him is if he could get something better for black people when he starts talking. And it's like, no, fuck that. He's perfect. Okay. See you in the fall when he loses again and you start talking about sitting out.
Right.
And that's not my fault. When the time to help your candidate get better came here, y'all weren't interested in it.
Nope.
But anyway, back to YouTube. Black people respect Jasmine Crockett because she's a fighter and a good leader. We don't want perfection to worship. We want good leaders who are not a POS. Yes. Like, I love what Jasmine Crockett represents. I love the way she fights. I love her campaign. I love when she's cross-examining these Republicans and sitting up there and as Congress. What they did to her district is the only reason she has to run this way, is because that was unfair. No one wants to talk about that part of it. Basically, a lot of people just want her to go away.
Yes,
and I don't mean, and I'm not just talking Republicans. There's a lot of white leftist people that just want her to just disappear.
Yes.
And I say, fuck that and fuck them. She has a right to compete for that seat. Right. If you don't like it, go beat her. And if you don't beat her, then get your ass out there and make sure that she wins and in the general, because that's how the fucking game is played. Y'all don't see me here every week doing a hit piece on Tallarico. I think I've tried to be as fair to that man as I can for somebody that don't live there and don't know his work like that. But if he wins, hey, go Tallarico. Let's go. Like, it's easy for me.
Right.
So I'm not the person that needs to be advised in these moments. It's them. And then when you talk about why they don't support Jasmine Crockett, it just starts leaking out. Like, they can't help themselves.
All the cracks.
It's just a lot of coded. She too black, too angry, too bold.
Something about her.
It's just, she's not electable. Well, what are the parameters of electability?
Right, and she's been elected before, so why now is she not electable?
Like, and then and the last thing I'll say for that race too is, y'all been running white people down there who are going to convert the races back to the left, right? Y'all been running these, hey, we need to go get these Latinos who vote against their own interests, in quotes. We need to do that. Okay, y'all been doing that and losing. So why would y'all just keep doing that? Maybe she can find some new people. Maybe she can get some other people that feel like they've been left out. It just don't seem like the plan that Tallarico's trotting out of, we're going to get some people from MAGA back. It don't seem like it. There's no real proof that works. At least, in Texas. Debo says, thanks for calling out Hassan Piker. All these progressives out here praising his non-committed self. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mehdi Hassan a hater too. All that talk still coming for Harris. No smoke for Trump. These Bernie bros some clowns. Agreed. He said Jamel Hill out here losing credibility, talking about take Stephen A. Smith seriously, trying to get those clicks. I didn't watch her full video, so I can't say.
I haven't seen it yet.
Maybe it's more
context.
Yeah, maybe it's more nuanced than the. I mean, I'm sure it's more nuanced than the caption I saw. I didn't click on it because I refuse. I'm not the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? I'm not whoever's running the next 2028 campaign. I don't need to take him seriously. I refuse to take him seriously. I don't think he should be taken seriously. So I think it's actually a huge mistake to do stuff like go on his platform. And like I saw Wes Moore went on his show. I think that's a mistake. I think Jasmine Crockett did it right when she said she just act like he don't exist. He said what he said. People went in on his ass for going in on Jasmine Crockett. She never went on that show. I actually think that is one of the smartest, savviest things, period. I think we do too much placating these entertainment hype beasts who keep muddling around in our politics. And then we actually end up making them, platforming them and making them seem more serious. When someone like a Wes Moore standing goes on a show like that, what that signals is not just, oh, Wes Moore's willing to talk to anybody, but the other signal and why Stephen A. is so greedy for it is it goes, me and you are equals. We're on the same page. I am as serious a person as you are. That's what TV does. That's what you're really learning. When you see two people in equal squares on a TV, that means those people are the same level of authority. That's why you lose climate change discussions when you have a prestigious scientist next to a fucking crackpot. Because on a TV, the screen size just says 50-50. Here's two people. They the same.
So what they talking about?
The opinion of this one motherfucker who's never gone to school and the opinion of this one motherfucker who's studied everything their whole life, equal. So it's not the merit of the argument, it's the space, that you're watching. It's a subconscious subliminal thing your brain is picking up, going, this is the equal, this is the same, these people respect each other. And what you're learning every time you see someone go on that show is, I should respect Stephen A. Smith. Gavin Newsom sat down with him, I should respect Stephen A. Smith. That's what happens. And I think Jasmine Crockett played it right and said no. And look, like I said, I didn't watch Jamel's video, and it probably is more nuanced than it would come across or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she may just be saying, take him seriously so that you can like make sure that he doesn't win or something. I just don't think there's any path to electability for Stephen A. Smith. And I know y'all are shook because of Trump. I don't think it's even close to Trump. Trump's main thing is racism and bigotry and xenophobia, divisiveness. And he's running as in a party that loves that.
Yes, he is.
Stephen A's idea of I'm going to run as a Democrat who is anti-black, always shitting on the Democrats. Like, he's just like a lesser version of Bernie Sanders with even more offensive takes. I just don't think it'll work. And and I'm okay if I'm wrong on this. If I'm wrong on this, I'll just be wrong on this. We'll see in 2 years, but I can't see the circumstances that will allow for Stephen A. Smith to be president in any serious way.
Agreed.
Naruto Bullock says, you hit the nail on the head with Hassan Piker. He provides no real insight beyond outrage and counter narrative. I tend to unfollow people who promote him and his crew because like-minded individuals attract each other. Also, I find it amusing how every time Mike Johnson does something, Hakeem Jeffries must resign. And that message always comes from these so-called leftist podcasts. Very strange. Yeah, it's also wild because Hakeem Jeffries been doing a good job, in my opinion. From the things that I can keep track of, he keeps his people in line, the way they vote and all that stuff. But I think the most important thing with the Hakeem Jeffries thing is he black. I just seem like they always got some reason that black people just not doing it right. We not racist,
right?
But black people it's just something about them. They can't do nothing
about them.
It's like, I don't know, man. We got no comment on Patreon, one comment on Spotify. Marvin W says, welcome to the bonus episode of Politics Till We Get Mad. We did get mad. It was supposed to be a feedback episode, but you know how it goes. I do love it. I'm tired of people talking all this stuff and failing to be all in, like they want to be all in about their candidate. I'm here for primaries. Want me to be all in for their candidate. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm here for primaries, but I'm also on this ham sandwich tip. If the Dems are running a ham sandwich, I'm voting ham sandwich. Yeah, the country made it simple for us. Yes, this is a pass-fail test, and it's not that damn complicated.
Yeah, they've kind of told y'all what they wanted, and even you don't even want what you claim you want, because it's gonna be interesting. This is my prediction. I don't even think we're going to get the variety that we got last time. Like it's gonna be a bunch of white dudes, Kamala, white woman. I personally, you might have a gay, you may, but I think a lot of this diversity, y'all claim y'all wanted this over because y'all told them this is not what you wanted. You told them when Joe Biden was running, y'all narrowed that shit down, and because y'all could have voted for any of these special rainbow candidates that y'all claim y'all wanted, and I will not back down on this. Y'all could have had anybody underneath the motherfucking sun, because y'all niggas are the one complaining about diversity and all that stuff, which is cool. I want it too, but guess what you got to do? You got to get your ass out there and get your candidate to a point where they can be electable. And if you don't, well, then all you're telling the people in charge that this is not what the voters want. So when it's time for it to be open, we gonna see if we gonna, and then I got to sit here and listen to y'all motherfucking complain about how y'all don't got no diversity. But bitch, you had it, but you didn't take the shit seriously. So it's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be a whole bunch of white dudes.
All right, let's go to the poll for this episode. Do you think people who will refuse to vote Dem in 2028 are on the same side as Rod and Karen? Yes or no? Because somebody was like, y'all are on the same side. Y'all do this. Not y'all. Somebody always does this a couple times a year where I'm surprised you don't mess with so-and-so. Y'all on the same side. I'm like, they said they will not vote if whoever the Democrat isn't who they've decided, which is always a moving bar. It's always somebody till they run, right? It's always, who I would be interested in voting for? John Ossoff. And it's like, yeah, until he put his hat in the ring, then it's all of a sudden it's a reason you can't vote for him. Anyway, I was surprised, shocked at the results of this poll. Do you think people who refuse to vote Dem in 2028 are on the same side of Rod and Karen? Yes or no? 100% no. Good job, everybody, because that's right.
Because they're not.
That's the right answer. I'm sorry, they're not. Your actions are the only thing that matters. All this pontificating and theorizing like we're fucking high school with college freshmen sitting in the goddamn lobby of our dorm.
Right.
I'm 47, nigga. I'm over that. What are you gonna do?
What are your actions? Correct.
Well, at the end, because I'm not wasting hours of listening to you for you to tell me you're gonna do the same thing some lazy fuck who's uneducated and refuses to learn anything is gonna do. You arriving at the same lazy ass conclusion of so many ignorant motherfuckers I know that are just like, I don't be voting because I don't know all that shit. And I'm like, okay, I don't respect that. And then the other people are like, I'm a genius, but I'm also not voting. Okay, nigga, you the same to me.
Yeah, I don't have to respect that either.
The absolute value of both of y'all is zero.
Ain't it no zero?
Luminous by Infrared Crypto is our first break. All right. The next episode is 3,230. Chicken and waffles. 6 comments. It's the most controversial episode in years. I don't know what we're gonna do with this one, guys. We may have to get real jobs. I don't know if we're gonna be able to hold the podcast through this.
Might not survive.
A couple people canceled their premium this week. I'm not saying this is the reason why. But I don't know that this was not the reason why.
The chicken and waffles was a little bit too much.
Yeah. 3230. Paid in full says, y'all had me rolling talking about the teacher doing coke at the school. I kept imagining her hits off the changing table had to be laced with boo boo. I needed that palate cleanse after the first 2 segments. It was obvious the collar was not the orange excrement he spoke too clearly. No slurring while trying to hold his dentures in place. The BAFTA incident had me pissed. Just because you starred in a film that received record award noms, don't forget your place. I'll call you I don't have to apologize, and you better not complain. No acknowledgement of why the word is problematic, just explaining the illness and moving on. They give less than a shit about offending black folk. He will probably be invited to the White House. Yeah, I'm not all the way where you're at with it. I think Tourette's is a real disease. I think we could all use this moment to educate ourselves on it. But at the same time, it's still an infuriating incident, even without me taking it all the way to where y'all are taking it. And I think it's because I have to, in my mind, I got to be reasonable and fair. And I don't want to just give in to pure cynicism and be like, this man made a whole fucking movie, woke up, was hoping to get win a prestigious award, got dressed, went here, saw 2 black people on the stage and said, fuck all that. I need to call them niggers. I just can't help myself. Like, I get that what happened was egregious, but the what it would take for me to believe that, and then also to have no history, like, and y'all know y'all scoured that man's life. To have it been a week and y'all didn't come back with like, here's the message board he was a part of. Here's the racist tattoo. Right. Here's the,
because y'all would have found something by now.
Yeah, they would have found. I mean, the op research was on his ass. Okay, they would have found it. That, like I said, I'm okay taking it to level 9. Y'all can go to 10 where like he is a piece of shit racist that's MAGA and shit. I don't think that's what happened.
I think the BAFTA is more at fault than anything else.
I think BAFTA failed him and those black folks.
Yes, they did.
And I think his apology leaving them out also failed them. And it really wouldn't have taken much to add them into it, to say, you know, and there's no excuse for that because it's an awkward moment, and disease or not, you know, I hate that happened, blah blah blah. So yeah, a lot better could have been done on a lot of parts, and it was mad enough for me without taking it to, you know, this guy's a card carrying Klan member or whatever. And look, if he is, but it's just, I don't think that that's going to be the proof. And unfortunately, man, it's sad because Tourette's is real. And real. The fact that this is many people's introduction to it, other than like comedy, because like people do comedic things with Tourette's, and you're really laughing at a disease. But like I said, I listened to Keith and the Girl, where they had a guy who had Tourette's on, and he talked about it. I've read a couple books where they've had sections that talked about Tourette's, and it's just not as simple as anything you're saying, and your brain won't understand it because your brain, hopefully listening to this, you're not dealing with the 0.003% of people that got Tourette's.
Right.
You don't understand it, you don't see it. So you just like, I do, but you are familiar with people yelling racial slurs, and that's why your brain's going to process it as, well, he must just be a piece of shit racist. But I don't know what to tell you. It's the same way that I try to tell people when they talk about like bipolar disorder, and they go, well, bipolar disorder doesn't make you racist. And I said, I'm not saying it makes you racist. I don't know what the fuck makes a person racist, but I am saying that take racism out of it. Bipolar disorder, people have had bipolar or manic episodes and murdered their mom. Mm-hmm. Schizophrenia has caused people to hurt. Sometimes different outbursts have caused people to hurt people. Y'all want me to walk around and be like, no, that person just wants to murder their mom. That's just who they are. It's who they always have been. It has nothing to do with their mental health. And I won't concede to that. So if you can murder the person that brought you into this earth but from a manic episode, I do believe you can have a racist outburst through a manic episode. We just aren't prepared to really discuss that in public. Like, because what do you do is the problem. And we're a very punitive society. We want punishment. We want people to pay a cost, a consequence, right? And I don't know what you do with stuff like that, because our brain, so many things are capable. Our brains are there are so many variables that are capable of so many different outcomes. I try to concentrate on not necessarily the parts that we'll never know, but the parts that we do know, which is BAFTA's fucked that up. That apology that he put out fucked that up. That's enough. Like, I don't really need it to turn into like, and he also is a member of a Nazi party. He might be, but that's not what, no one's presented me enough for me to believe that, but I still think they fucked up. Mm-hmm. Obby says Colin C-SPAN, and the know your place part of it for me doesn't come directly from him. It comes from BAFTA, man. Cause y'all went and y'all got the rest of that shit out of there, dog. Like, y'all took, and like more stuff came out. Like, they got rid of other slurs, other outbursts, because that wasn't the only one in there, but that's the only one we heard. Y'all got rid of that. Y'all got rid of Free Palestine, which isn't even a slur. So y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all left that in there. That's where it comes in for me as a know your place. Like, no, that's acceptable. That's just a side effect of the disease.
Right. What
the fuck you mean, dog? Well, so was when he called that woman a bitch when she was getting her award. But y'all took that out, didn't you? Fuck out of here. Obby says Colin C-SPAN doesn't sound serious for sure. I wish he would call more TV stations and this were his current pranks and not the democracy destroying thing. Yeah, I hear you. Miss Barnes says Roderick. Oh God. You went Roderick? I know it's gonna be a mean comment. This disdain over chicken and waffles has me shaking my damn head. Chicken and waffles are the best combination ever put together. On paper, it's an odd pairing. Do they taste delicious together? Absolutely. But Rod, what you don't know is that we had a local chicken and waffle restaurant close in Greensboro. Just like your vibes had my Arby's around the corners from me closed. All hell EVE. Let me tell you something. Thank you. Because a lot of times y'all right up here, and I get it. Y'all don't trust my superior logic after years of listening. No matter, because when you disagree, it's like I'm stupid or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. But then when we agree, it's like, wow, this guy's a genius. Here's the thing now. You gave away too much already. Let's go back a sentence. But Rod, what you don't know is that we had a local chicken and waffle restaurant close in Greensboro. I submit to the jury, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Why would the restaurant close if chicken and waffles was so motherfucking great? Seem like it would just be an unlimited money printing machine. If it's so fucking delicious as you claim, how could they ever go out of business? When you go to a restaurant and order chicken and waffles, they should be like, ma'am, we don't got chicken and waffles. Everybody eating them all the time. We can't keep them in stock.
We ain't got enough of them.
Y'all fell for leftover chicken and waffles that was about to expire, and Roscoe's figured it out. I'm not shitting on Roscoe's. I want to try Roscoe's because if they were the people that made the first, I know that shit must have been so banging that everybody else started making it and it sucked. It's like, you know what else is going through this? Nashville Hot. Okay? Nashville Hot had a moment when it started. When it first started coming to everywhere, ooh, Nashville Hot.
Yeah, it got to be made right. Yeah, they started water. Some people sauce down, and you're like, this is not good.
Nashville Hot now is just Texas Pete. I know Texas Pete.
You don't even get no kick behind it.
I'm very familiar with Peter from Texas. Okay, we go way back.
Yeah, we do.
We are day ones, me and Texas Peter. Okay, y'all not fitting to do this to Texas Peter where you just splash him on some chicken wings and be like, guys, Nashville Hot. I know the difference.
And like I know no spice.
So I'm willing to give you Roscoe's got it right. But there's been a lot of wrong that I've experienced in my life. I've tried it several times. A lot of times it's just not good. I'm not going to say every time. That's almost impossible. Every time is bad.
Right.
But like all I said was it was overrated. Okay? And I think it's right. And that restaurant in Greensboro is proof. Thank you. She says, rest in peace, Dame Chicken and Waffles. Anywho, I will say, please give it a try with some bone-in crispy fried chicken, buttery warm syrup, and a fresh big-ass waffle. I feel you might change your mind. I'm sure I would if I had that experience. But at the same time, I don't know. Because someone's going to write in a little bit later, and I guarantee you're going to be like, not the bone-in chicken, that's trash. This is what starts happening. No one can get their story straight. It's not my fault. Pamela says, Rod, chicken and waffles are divine. Karen just gave you the ick because she was dipping her waffle in gravy, which I personally wouldn't do, but she's well within her rights. Her rights? Who the fuck is? I'm not against her rights. Yeah, like I tried to pass a law.
No gravy at this table.
Right.
That's hilarious.
She can dip her waffle in
a decree. A decree, I'm sorry.
She can dip her French toast into her water that she's drinking if she wants to. It's her food. She can do whatever she wants. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna sit across the table and be like, what the fuck? We went to Shenandoah National Park last year and had the best chicken and waffle meal we've ever had. Breakfast for dinner and dinner for breakfast for everyone. Shenandoah National Park. Come on, man. That's how far I gotta go to get some good chicken and waffles. I gotta go to National Park.
Where is that?
Yogi and Boo Boo gotta cook it up for you, boy.
Hey, Boo Boo, it's chicken and waffles. That's what's happening.
I don't know, Yogi. We should leave the bones in. Karen, there's like 10 people that's old enough for that one. No, our audience old enough. It's like 10 people that probably didn't get it. Like,
right.
These old people be just talking.
Right.
Karen, I'm gonna go back to listen to Hassan Piker and not vote.
Please don't.
Karen, the unbrush is the truth. I got one of those, and Denman D38 paddle that glides right through knots and tangles.
Let's go.
I'm taking a break from my hair this year and will be an almost bald baddie next month, but I'll have them ready when I need them, Pamela.
Yay! I'm glad somebody else found out about that magical tool. I'm not here trying to save hours of detangling.
I feel you. Evie says, Rod, I don't understand your disdain for chicken and waffles. I don't understand your love for Arby's. So now we both don't understand. Now what, Hassan? You the Hassan Piker of food. How about that? When you advocated for dinner for breakfast, I think maybe you just haven't had good chicken and waffles. I gotta admit, the best chicken and waffles I ever had was at Roscoe's. Well, hold on. I don't understand why it's confusing for y'all. Dinner at breakfast is dinner. You're just eating it at breakfast. It's not mix matching the foods. It's not me saying, hey, dinner at breakfast is lasagna and pancakes. That would make me a hypocrite. That would make me sound like I didn't know what I was talking about. Y'all's inability to understand my point is not my fault. I'm communicating it properly. Y'all just love chicken and waffles so much. Y'all working backwards in the like, well, what about that time you said you don't like sugar and grits? Right. Same principle. I don't like it. I don't have to like it. I got to admit, the best chicken and waffles I ever had was at Roscoe's. If you're in California again, get the wings and waffle combo. It's so good. And no, they don't serve gravy with it. Just serve. Okay. With that, well, now we talking. Roscoe seem to have figured it out. Maybe the rest of these people fucked it up. Maybe that's it. Everybody's like, I can top this. And then they go and I tried it. I'm like, this, what? And it's like, well, you got to go to Roscoe's. I'm like, well, that's unfair. The thing that pisses me off the most, they're going to have Nashville hot chicken and waffles. I know that's a thing somewhere. Somebody done fucked that up.
I bet it is.
Just syrup over chicken.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce. Chicken. No, Rod, you're wrong.
Just throw an egg on it, then damn.
Right. The thing that pisses me off the most about the BAFTA incident is that it took them days to actually apologize to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. It did.
Oh, so they finally apologized?
Oh, they did apologize, like, after everyone got in their ass, like, maybe 48 hours later.
Oh, well, somebody was like, oh, y'all got to address this. Y'all can't let this slide, because we got...
They were going to see if not enough people got upset, they absolutely weren't going to just ride it out. I feel that in my soul.
I do too.
It was just everyone kept bringing the same point, which is y'all couldn't even apologize to the men on stage. Like, did y'all not even see the movie? You know what the movie's about. Y'all gave the award. Do y'all know what the movie about?
Y'all whole thing is we do movies. Well, like, what if we do movies and give awards? What is we doing?
Okay, but yes. Anyway. They clearly didn't give a fuck, but part of me wonders if maybe this incident may help Michael and Delroy to get more Oscar votes. Ooh, I like the way you think on this one, Evie. Everything helps. The narrative is strong in these award season things. I don't know when Oscar voting was over though, so it would depend on like if the voting is already over and BAFTAs had happened afterwards, then maybe it won't help at all. But
we'll see.
There might be some people that are like, hey, this popped into my purview and I just personally feel like these brothers deserve better than that. And this movie deserves better than that. So you're right. Maybe it'll help.
Anything.
I sure hope something good comes of this, because I'm already ready to crash out if they give the award to Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme. I finally saw that movie and was not impressed. Yeah, but I bet if it would have been a roast beef supreme, you would. No, I'm just kidding.
That's hilarious.
I'm just kidding. Michael sounds like Michael says, the bit about Chubby Checker made me look on Tidal at his music, and I had no idea how many versions of The Twist that man made.
I hope y'all didn't think Rob was making that up. It's about 1,100 versions of it.
He had a whole album called Twisting Around the World, where the cover advertises he sings about the twist in 7 languages. Not him.
Oh, Les Twist.
I just want to be in the meetings where he had to phonetically learn them languages.
Ain't that the truth?
Because you know it wasn't like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Chubby Checker was like a man of a savant of many languages.
Right.
But my guess is he would just, the words he know in Spanish is the twist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody else was doing the chorus. Somebody else doing the other part.
No. That's not what I'm saying. No, I'm saying the words to the twist, he knows them in Spanish. But if it's something outside of the twist, you need him to speak Spanish. He like, I don't know. Like, but I just know I just know whatever I needed to learn to say, come on, baby, let's do the twist, but Spanish. So you need to know where the fucking library is. That I'm not the one for that. If you need to know, you know, whatever. I don't know enough Spanish to do it.
But twist.
If it's like, you know,
twist. Let's do that.
like whatever.
Vamonos, twist. That's what's happening with them. It's for vamonos. That'll be me. That shit won't make no sense. But Karen, that's the wrong conjugation. We group.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. A bailar el giro otra vez is what it say. Vamos, niña. Vamos a bailar el twist. I know he was doing that thing. Probably had some maracas. I don't yeah. That's probably all he doing. German version. Yeah, he was getting that money. Good. Shout out to him now.
Shout out to him.
One of the songs is Hava Nagila, throwing the twist in there somehow. Huh? Hava Nagila is the song that you sing at Jewish weddings. We sang it at Derek's wedding, Derek and Helen's wedding.
Okay.
When you pull them up in the air and Hava Nagila.
That song.
How you get the twist in there?
I have no idea.
Havana, come on, baby. Oh, man. You are 100% spot on, Rod. Thank you.
Hilarious.
Thank you. Sometimes I be cooking. Sometimes. Chicken and waffles on YouTube. 16 comments. God damn.
we had them talking.
All right, let's see what they had to say. Leonard Brothers. Oh, rest in peace, Charmaine. Mm-hmm. Bridget, rest in peace, Charmaine. Prayers to her family, friends, all who loved her. Agreed. Yes. My mom said phone call to school resource office was hilarious. Oh yeah, with the cocaine and the kid. She also said they needed Morgan Freeman from Lean on Me to tell that teacher using cocaine to exit the school expeditiously.
Come on. You do crack, don't you? You do crack.
You snort cocaine, don't you? Well, jump.
Do it expeditiously.
Don't fuck around with it.
Right now, don't fuck around. I love that motherfucking movie.
Why can't they remake that? They shouldn't, but I'm just saying, we remade everything. Mm-hmm. What would the remake of Lean on Me look like in 2026? Like, I don't even know what
that shit would be like. Barely touch me.
Like what would it be? Fentanyl instead of crack?
No, right?
Would the kids be remote learning? You smoke crack, don't you? Well, log off your Zoom. Get out your Zoom then.
Log off your Zoom. Lead a team's meeting.
Mr. Clark, somebody let a virus in to the computer. It won't work the same. It was a time. It was of its time. You had to be there. Mm-hmm. Back to the comments.
Instead of locking them at their doors, he gonna lock everybody out the Zoom meetings. Because you can't lock the doors nowadays.
I don't know who gonna play Benson and be like, "You're so hot, don't want respect. Well, start showing some," or whatever. I forget the whole thing.
I love that motherfucking movie. Yeah. That movie is ingrained in my childhood. I will never forget that movie. I think that was one of the first movies I seen like with a group of people. This movie theater isn't even around anymore. For those of you who don't know, we used to have this movie theater called Queens Park, and so I had went to this summer camp. Amy James, I think the elementary school is still around, but I went to the summer camp years ago. And so one of our trips was there to watch that movie. And when he was like, I ain't got to do nothing but stay black and die. When I tell you all them 8, 9, and 10-year-olds lost their motherfucking mind. I was
I did.
Cuss out screen. I thought they was gonna put us out popcorn everywhere, like they were doing with the chickens. That's how we was sitting there with the chickens with Fortnite. We were losing our minds. You can cuss.
And that's me, the HNIC. Are there any questions?
Yeah.
Mr. Wright with me.
So I get why the kids was losing their minds.
The HNIC? Head nigga in charge. Oh man, that was my movie. Man.
Oh my shit.
But yeah, he said that he's like, God damn it, if you give me the goddamn respect you damn well want for yourself, I will kick your black ass. You are suspended, sir. As of right now, get out. Mr. Darnell flipped that desk. Oh!
I love that damn movie.
Mr. Darnell was mad as shit.
That movie is funny as shit. I will go to my grave forever quoting random ass lines for that movie.
That's my movie.
Yes, it is.
Tipsy with Fee says, TMI, my water broke. I went into labor while eating chicken and waffles and greens, mac and cheese, and sweet potatoes at Chicago's Chicken and Waffles on the west side of Chicago. Fast forward 12 years later, my son loves chicken and waffles. Did you name the kid Chicken and Waffles?
I hope not, baby.
Is that his name? Why is your son named Chick Waffly? Nobody. It's a beautiful name, but I just never seen it before.
Right?
It's a long story. His middle name is Green Mac and Cheese.
Come on, somebody said Faisa.
Them boys.
I remember that.
They got that song together though. Yeah. I didn't see them getting that song. That was always a surprise.
I was like, oh, y'all sound terrible. Wait a minute, y'all can sing.
Yeah, it's like, what are y'all doing in there? I was like, oh, they getting there to get kicked out. Tissy with Fee says, I was not ready for the chubby checker comment. Y'all silly as hell for that. Well, y'all can't be serious episodes.
We can't be serious all the time, y'all.
The BAFTA outburst just seems like rage bait to get views because who the fuck is interested in BAFTA? They want Black American attention in 2026. Everything is scrutinized. They know what they doing. See, I'm scared. I'm scared to open my third eye like y'all. Y'all third eye too open for me. I'm not gonna go down that track, man. Like it's too much, man. Like, do y'all want to really go down that path? Let's go down the path for a second. Let's go down what would have to happen for what you say to be true. The awards show themselves would need Sinners by Ryan Coogler to be up for an award. They would need this man we've never heard of to get his Tourette's documentary movie out and be award worthy. They would need to invite him, sit him prominently enough that we could all hear his outbursts. They would have to have coordinated several other of these outbursts to cover for this one, right? Because there was other outbursts he had that night. It wasn't the only one. They would have to wait till Delroy, Michael B. Jordan were presenting after years of their efforts for diversity, equity, inclusion and stuff that they've been doing over there. With not as much pushback as we have over here, apparently. They didn't go and elect a bigot just because, anyway. So they would have had to do that. Then the moment happens, he says the N-word. They edit everything else out but the N-word, put it out there on TV, wait for Black people in America who couldn't give a fuck, apparently, which I would argue we did give a fuck, because what was going to get more attention from Black people than giving Sinners an award and having Delroy and our finest Black folks show up, calling them the N-word, I'm sure. And they said, and what's the, like, that's the equation, equal sign.
Equal sign.
What is the other side of the equation? That's all I'm asking. Like, what did they get?
Or what benefits did they get?
Yeah, is it? And then money, and then everyone tunes in the ratings. Like, what did they get? What is the equation where they got something out of this coordinated effort to call these brothers the N-word?
In fact, it was like a subtraction.
Yeah, I just don't see the formula. I just, like I said, I get it. We're Black. A lot of bad shit has happened to us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how going down that path. I just don't see. I think I'm mad enough without going all the way down to the, they meant to. This was all looking. They wouldn't even have nominated the show if it wasn't for the. I don't. Maybe you're right, but I can't imagine.
Y'all too far down the rabbit hole.
I think one of the very serious, real functions of racism that is terrifying to me, but not as terrifying to the average person, is how little consideration there is for us, not how much.
Yeah. It's little consideration.
How little consideration there is in the destruction of so much and so many people. It's terrifying. I don't like thinking about it that way. Like I want to live in y'all's world where it took a lot of coordination and malfeasance to do this moment.
That's the only thing that can make it make sense.
Yeah, I wish my brain worked more like y'all, so I'd be like, it's a vast conspiracy that takes the effort of so many to keep a. I'm like, these motherfuckers are so terrible. They fuck us over without thinking about it much at all.
Right.
This is like,
they'd be like, oh, that's the consequences of it.
The fact that thing had to pass so many hands before it got to the apology got to us.
Right.
And in no room was there not one person like, did we apologize to the brothers on the stage? Yeah, because that just seemed like two more sentences.
Right. That's a long goal. Like, what do we do?
Nobody. Anyway, I hear y'all. I'm angry enough without that, but I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Shred Dread says, LOL, you reminded me of the scene in Black Dynamite where they're at Roscoe's Chili and Donuts. And oh man, I forgot about this.
I love Black Dynamite. That's my shit too.
Black Dynamite. They made the joke.
Dynamite.
Black Dynamite made the joke. Maybe that's what inspired me. I don't know. Maybe subconsciously I forgot they made this joke. But he says, yeah, they were in Roscoe's Chili and Donuts, and Tommy Davis's character Cream Corn makes an elaborate order, and the host says, now I can get you a waffle, but all we have is chicken from last night. And then Roscoe jumps up on the counter and shouts, that's it. Yes, man, that's my movie. Anaconda Malt Liquor.
Yes.
Yep.
I love that damn show.
Donuts don't wear alligator shoes. I threw that before I walked in the door. Kim
Dynamite.
The BAFTA selective editing of their program was insane work. I feel so F with, especially for Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. They deserve better. What a slap in the face of these brothers. Agreed. Rev TT Kim says chicken and waffles is delicious. Sweet and savory is an irresistible combination. Chicken and waffles, kettle corn, sugar and grits. Give it to me. The BAFTA awards were a mess, and they still haven't apologized to Delroy and Michael B. This is 3 days ago.
Okay, so they haven't apologized yet.
But they have now. It's disgraceful. Expecting an apology is an ableist. Right. Once again, I do need to put this caveat in everything I'm saying for those of y'all that think I'm out here tap dancing. I don't participate in the back and forth with white folks about shit like this, and I know a lot of y'all still believe in that, because I did see a lot of that on the internet, people going back and forth with white folks that was like, it's a disease. No, I will not be participating.
I have zero interest.
I'm not explaining it to you.
Nope.
I don't care.
I don't have to either.
I don't care if you get it or not. We gonna have to part ways on this one. I know what's racist when I see it. I'm not concerned about that man and his Tourette's as the focal point for me. And I don't know why y'all are turning everything into he's the focal point of we need to somehow exonerate his character. That's to me, that's not even on it. I don't care.
Right. That's not what
I'm not calling that man racist. I don't give a fuck. He could be, he could not be. There were 12 other steps that were failed.
Mm-hmm. From the organization's program part. Mm-hmm.
Y'all they'd be so concerned with the impunity or the consideration of that type of person's like, oh no, the real victim is this man. I'm like, no, the real victim is the brothers on stage. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. She goes on to say, Black people understand disability and disability activism. We also know when racism should be acknowledged. P.S. Rev is because I'm a reverend. TT is from my African Cuban nieces who call me, and Kim is my name. So Reverend TT Kim. Okay, I thought it was. I'm gonna be honest, Rev, I don't judge, but I thought it was like Reverend Titty Kim, and I was like, you know what? I don't know what she could be in it. I don't know. That, so maybe it's listen,
everybody and everything.
People be delivering people to Jesus different ways and stuff. You might be like, listen, this cleavage has saved a lot of lives, so y'all can judge.
No, you won't do.
But I've led many a person to the promised land because of these. I didn't know, so Reverend TT Kim.
Yes,
got it. I will say it that way from now on. But I just, I don't want to assume. The girl on the other side of the road said, "I love to hear Karen's hair journey. Heart. I wanted to get the unbrushed brush, but I feel it's too expensive for a piece of plastic, and I've heard many say it breaks easily." Oh. Oh, you love to hear about Karen's hair journey, but then you just call Karen a goddamn liar. Is that what I hear? Expensive for a piece of plastic. It breaks easily. Did Karen say that?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I thought you really loved her, but I see now it's fake love. You should have been said, I got the unbrushed today. That's what you should have been said. And being called a hard R in front of a crowd and having to continue as if nothing happened. And I heard that it happened many times. All of them were removed, but this one, many times. Well, I heard there were many outbursts. I did not hear there were many racist
Right. There's
outbursts.
probably many outbursts, yeah.
But yeah, at any rate, BAFTA's full of boo-boo emojis, says Damien. If they take their racism that seriously, one would have done a better job editing. It's really easy to separate yourself from the bigots. Let's not forget they handed chattel slavery over to America. And I like how you went all the way back. Britain handed the slaves over to America. Just letting y'all know. They gave them the maps. And honestly, guy with Tourette's took a long time to apologize for his behavior. Even if you're familiar with Tourette's, there's nothing wrong with saying I'm sorry to anyone who's offended by my outburst. Agreed. Do-Rag Man is in poor taste, just like Good Times on Netflix. There's a better path to inclusion. I didn't watch Do-Rag Man, so I can't speak to that. I did watch Good Times, and you are motherfucking absolutely right. That shit was terrible. I know y'all like, I didn't have to watch it to know. I know, but I did. I'm not lazy like y'all. I need to see it. Brian says, love y'all, love the show. Chicken and waffles do be overrated though. Thank you, Brian, for telling the real truth. Okay. MB the NB says, mittens are the chicken and waffles of gloves. Rod, you cracked me up. Well, thank you, MB. I appreciate you. All right, let's see where else. Patreon, we got one comment. Candace says John Davison could have apologized directly to the black people in attendance of the awards instead of brushing it off with a half-ass sorry if you were offended statement. Definitely a Dracarys. I feel you on that. It bothered me as well. And then Spotify, let's check the comments on this one. 4 of them. See what y'all had to say. Tyler says Britain has that old institutional racism. They are way more subtle than American racism, but it's seeped in their society. And BAFTA is only responding because of backlash, but the apology shows they could give less than a crap. Boo, tomato, tomato. I agree with you, Tyler. You know what else I think is someone, now it's not me saying it, but a British person from over there, a black British person was like, yeah, they apologize because they not used to this heat from black Americans. Cause you know we stay on 10 over here,
right? And they ignore y'all because y'all from there. There's the blacks from over there complaining. We got to say something now.
Also, like, you know what? I don't want to start a diaspora war. So y'all tell me if I'm picking up right or if I'm wrong. I'm okay being wrong in this. This is me saying I don't know. Okay. But it reminds me of like how we feel in America about the racism Meghan Markle was experiencing from the British family,
right?
And the Brits tabloids and all that stuff. And we were like, they being racist.
Right.
And I knew black British people from over there that were talking on it. And a lot of times they were downplaying. It's like, it's not racism. It's not, she's not royal or whatever. And I'm like, nah, it's more than that. They asked what color the skin of the baby was going to be. And I'm like, maybe it's just different. The fight is a little different over there. And they're able to like be a little more like, maybe. As opposed to us where we like, it's,
yeah,
you know, y'all seen from the comments, these are reasonable listeners on our show. Y'all seen the comments. They like, they been planning to call these brothers the N-word for 400 centuries.
If we give them an inch, they take a mile. We like black Americans here are like, fuck that. We instantly go to 100 because we know what happens. If I let this shit slide, other shit gonna come too. And that's why people are like, y'all are just angry. No, bitch, we ain't angry. We know what happened when we let shit go. It is us out there picking motherfucking cotton. And what I ain't gonna do is go back to picking cotton. So no, bitch, this statement right here is the start of me going to pick cotton. So like for me, no.
Yeah, it's just funny, man, because like maybe it is that difference is that Americans was like, we be ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't want to hear no excuse. If anything, we start making new shit up like it's a conspiracy to bring down the black people. So they was like, oh shit, these niggas are really mad. Sorry. But it still took them 48 hours. Just want to say. Turk says, wow, rest in peace to Charmaine. She was always talked about on Firestar, and I started following her on the app formerly known as Twitter. Condolences to her friends and loved ones. Also, I'm grateful for this podcast and community you all have built, because even though we do not know each other personally, there's love there. Agreed. Yeah, shout out to Firestarter, like Bomani, like she listened to a lot of us, man. She's really close friends with Nicole from What's the Tea. Yeah, man, it's a loss, man. And a lot of these are day ones, losing Cokeweed last year. Like, yeah, all of us won't be here one day. And you hope you leave behind that love and warmth and those good feelings that people had for you. And you hope you live a life that people will miss you. Like, to me, like there's some motherfuckers I can't wait to die. Every day I wake up and I'll be like, it's today, and I'm a fucking party, because they've lived a life that I can't wait to not for them not to be here with the rest of us. But there's the opposite is out there a lot all the time too, which is people that touch you in a way and support you in a way that make you be like, man, I hope you can be here forever. I want to be here every day you here. And it's not going to go out that way. Obviously, we all leave at different times, but Charmaine, like, she was cool as fuck, very low key, like
really low key.
Like I said, we went to California and hung out with her, and it was like completely chill, man.
Great time.
Yeah, and like she honestly, man, she was really good at something that I'm trying to get better at, which is being able to kind of accept people where it's like, that's where they at. Like, no, I don't agree with everything they say. I'm sure she didn't agree with everything we said, but it was like, she didn't lead with that. You know what I mean? So anyway, I appreciate her, and I'm gonna miss her. Kishi says there won't be a sincere apology from BAFTA because Prince William is the president and they racist as shit. They let that word fly so people would stop talking about Andrew. I'm telling you, man, we different over here. We like, you know what it is. They don't want us to talk about the Epstein files. I'm like, or he had Tourette's.
But you know what? Also, racism here, I can't speak for other parts of the world, but racism here is very different. And it's one of those things where it fucks with us so much and in so many aspects of our lives that it will literally drive you insane. Like, not trying fun, like mentally, if you allow it to. So sometimes you have to kind of rein that in.
Yeah, they just look, it's their opinion. They wanted to write in, but yeah, I don't go as far as y'all going, but I hear y'all.
I hear you, because it gets everybody where you like, I done had enough of this shit.
Yeah, they put out notice, so no Andrew jokes, blocked out anything Palestine related, but let the racism fly because president didn't care about the racism, never did. We saw how he handled the situation with Meghan Markle and her children and his trip to the Caribbean. Well, you taught me something. I didn't even know he was in charge over there. But they definitely did not care about the racism. I agree 100% on that part. The Mellow 13 says mittens are good for places in the cold north. The fingers keep each other warm when it's negative 20 and you have to be outside. They make some with separated forefinger for dexterity. Love from Michigan, the mitten state. Well, I'm sorry Karen offended you, but I'm glad she caught some heat. Okay, because it can't just be me with the chicken and waffles. Karen was anti-mittens.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You want to back down now that they on your ass?
I don't like mitts.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see you next week when y'all submit more comments.
I'm sorry. I like to move my fingers around.
And here's the poll. Chicken and waffles. Smash, pass, or trash? Smash, pass, or trash? Trash, 6%. So we know Dominic Rivera probably voted in the poll.
You know he did.
Pass, 22%. They said no, thank you. But 72% said they would smash them. And that's why they continue to be overrated. Okay. And to be honest, I probably smash them too, guys. All right. Like, it is what it is. It's an alluring, tantalizing combination that will never quite live up to what I want it to be. I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's like I don't know. It's like watching a porn star that doesn't ever put in the effort for their scene, but they have a banging body. That's how chicken and waffles feel to me. Where it's like, man,
it's boring.
Chicken and waffles is fine as fuck. But yeah, she's diamond pipes. And she just can't wait to get paid and get the fuck out of there. So it's like, that's how chicken and waffles feel to me.
No effort.
On the menu, I'll be like, it's like the cover of Booty Talk 47 or whatever. You like, okay, I see what you're doing, chicken and waffles.
See what you're working with, chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles gonna be it. Okay, I can't wait. And then you get to the scene and you be like, chicken and waffles. Damn, if you didn't want to do it, just stay home.
Don't waste everybody's time.
Nobody's making you do this.
No effort.
It was plenty of other things on the menu I could have enjoyed. All right, with us being the only show in the history of America that will ever make that analogy,
right?
Let's go to the next break.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. This is just a commercial break. Relax, sit back, enjoy. This is just a commercial break. And the break. This is just a commercial break.
All right, we're back. Isabella really did that. Really did that. Appreciate you. The last episode of the week is thank you. Amen. We got 2 comments on the website. Apia says, my view on social media is way more negative today than a few years ago because it's definitely engagement equals money. Best way to create engagement equal anger and outrage. I hope something will change one day for the better. But until now, I keep it pretty much to LinkedIn for work and Instagram for weird and interesting real estate postings. This is the only way not to get gotten. They're going to start getting you on the real estate somehow. I don't know how, but they're going to try. That's what all of it's to try to get us. Mm-hmm. You be watching real estate and all of a sudden Trump going to show up. You're like, what the fuck? This ain't no woke real estate. Oh, damn it, algorithm. Evie says, I've been following the Tenderism Unk drama since the beginning. I loved his cute videos, and then he really blew up when he did a video with Jordan the Stallion. Since then, people have been visiting what they thought was his restaurant, but things that went wrong for him when Keith Lee did a video visiting that restaurant. Keith, who lives in Texas, was in California for a layover on his trip to Hawaii, so he decided to visit Unk's restaurant, but then when he got there to review the food, he noticed there was a bit of fuckery. The reason the meat always fell out the bones is because they cut it in down the middle, which made sure it would look more tender than it actually was on the videos. But despite this, Keith still gave it a decent rating. He wanted to meet Unk and give him $4,000. Half of it was for the tip, and the other half was for customers to eat free until the money runs out. Well, Unk was surrounded by bodyguards, and Keith was told he couldn't meet Unk. Bodyguards. Wow. My guess is they didn't recognize Keith, or else the controversy may not have happened. So Keith ended up handing them out the money directly to the customers to eat there for free. And he made a video about his experience. Oh, I didn't even know this happened. Well, after he made that video, this white man starts showing up in these videos with Unk. And that's the first time we all learned that Unk doesn't own the restaurant. And Unk seemed genuinely upset about not meeting Keith and possibly getting that tip. But in the video, the white man was chastising Keith and saying Keith didn't recognize the other hardworking employees and his hard work as the owner. Fucking the bag up. Mm-hmm. Just fucking the bag up. Just Leonardo DiCaprio and Django. Not around my niggas, you don't. He was acting like he didn't make this black man the face of his restaurant and had everyone thinking Unk was the owner. The white man was saying if Keith came back, he could meet Unk, but now Keith was in Hawaii and wasn't going back. Right. Since then, the white guy had a podcast and started a pod. What is happening? How did this get out of control from meat falling out the bone?
They trying to capitalize off that black man.
Can we just go back to when the meat was falling off the bone?
Right.
Why did Massa have to come from behind the kitchen to be like, hey, get back to work? Since then, the white guy had a podcast, started disparaging Keith and making it clear he was the owner and that Unk was just a worker. The black community was so turned off by this that we stopped watching the vids, and I'm certain it has affected business because now Unk is out of a job, and I think it was retaliation from that white guy. How is Unk out of a job? How did it get here? We can't have nothing.
He was like, you can't outshine me, and if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had a job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was just an adorable black man.
Yes, and you actually would have made more money if you would have embraced him.
He was just a man who overreacted to meat falling off the bone as if it personally offended him.
Right.
And that was the whole thing, and that's all it needed to be. And people was buying your food because of that. And you had to ruin it by being like, I'm the wizard behind the curtain. It's me, the white man. And let me tell you, Keith Lee sucks. I'm like, get out of here. That's the story as I know it. Unc got played, and I hope that white guy's restaurant goes out of business. Okay, guys, you know what we need for the next stage of this to end the restaurant. If we really want to just pull this thing to the furthest extent, you know what we need?
All right.
They got to call Big Groove.
Yes! That right there will make my motherfucking day.
I feel like if Big Groove,
Have him go up in there and dance.
if Big Groove start dancing after he do the tendonism thing, that'll be officially the end of the restaurant. Like everybody be like, okay, it's over. Whatever was happening, we are never going back. No one's ever attending this. No one will ever be here.
We get my life. That
feel
dude
like
makes me laugh so much.
If Big Groove hit that motherfucking if Big Groove hit that dance on him with that meat, I really feel like we can finally be done with this Soul Saga. No comments on Patreon. On YouTube, 11 comments on this one. Let's see. The topic of truth. This is Omar, who says the topic of truth has been such a big issue for so long. There's connection between conspiracy movement and the right and the people who don't want people to know the truth actually is such as you all explored with the right's disdain for Biden making social media police fake news on COVID. Yeah, and then what's weird is they weaponize their own paranoia and lies when they get power to then fill us with actual lies. So it's, oh man, Biden is censoring us too much by saying we can't spread COVID misinformation. Oh, Biden tried to steal the election. Then when they get power, they really be trying to steal the election. They like, well, I mean, when Biden did it, y'all was okay. It's like, what?
But
what?
it wasn't.
What is happening?
Right.
Oh, so y'all don't like censorship now? Y'all wouldn't let us have the ivermectin hour during COVID, but so now that's why y'all can't have the Colbert Report. I'm like, those aren't even the same. Uchida says, clearly Gavin Newsom and the tendonism guy are CIA operatives trying to silence you. Tread lightly. Yeah, we did keep getting interrupted during this one. Natasha says, why Amanda Seals getting side eye? I always have seen her represent herself as an activist that doesn't mind and receiving backlash for her opinions. I replied to this one. I said, no comment. And then Brian said, I will comment. She is a professional cry bully. That is, wow. I have not heard that phrase before, but that's a good phrase. Cry bully. That describes a certain type of person. And man, that is so.
And that's a real.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not trying to take Amanda Seals down, but I'm literally like, I think I don't have to say anything bad about her in public, really, because it's not about that for me. I think just keep following her and she'll do the behaviors that made a lot of people that were in her corner go, oh man.
And I've seen people slowly over the years. Yeah. And it varies per person, and whenever she hits that mark for somebody's been like, oh man,
it's gonna happen.
If you hang around long enough, it will happen. Yeah. She gonna say something wild, she gonna say something crazy, she gonna have an interaction with somebody, something gonna happen publicly, she gonna make a statement, like something will happen.
Yeah, we've talked about those topics on the show when it was relevant and it was like pop culture news or something was happening, like her and Issa Rae or something like that. Behind the paywall, we've talked about it on the pregame and stuff. I'm a little more candid with some of these public figures behind the paywall because my goal is not to go on here and be just disparaging people, especially people that, you know, my goal is not to just be constantly disparaging people. But yeah, I think follow enough of her stuff long enough, you'll see the points where people are like, yeah, I don't know, man. So that's it. But Brian says she is a professional cry bully. If Loud and Wrong had a picture on Wikipedia, her mug would be on it, right above Stephen A. Smith. Damn. Someone said no recording and then put some minute marks. I don't know what to tell y'all. It was this one was the one where it was acting up. So if there's anything missing on this recording, it's literally just this is all that we could get off of Crowdcast.
Yeah.
You can check out the audio version on any other, because we got all the audio because I was recording that separately. You can check those out on the regular podcast apps, but I don't know if something's missing on this.
Right, because for those of you that were not here live, we had like 3 different sessions. So basically we had 3 different recordings, like video recordings that we tried to tie together.
Yeah. It was just crazy. Like we would come back and it would be fine, and it would be like cut out, and then we'd come back and it'd be fine and cut out. I think the whole thing is on there, but just those minute marks maybe need to be deleted or something. I'll see what I can do, but I really don't know how to fix that. Maybe I can try something in editing. I'll work on it. Damien says Big Brother is more than watching. Damien also says, y'all know that's how Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift hooked up too, passing notes on the internet. Christoph says, as someone who watched The Hills religiously on MTV, Spencer was a problem. And Rev TT Kim says, I hope the smokers at the restaurants never smoke again. All their food tastes like hickory ash, and their food becomes known for drynism. Drynism. Is that the opposite of tenderism? Drynism. That's gonna be the new videos. The white man cooking some real brittle ass rib, drop it on the plate, it shatters, and he gets up upset. Best of Unc tenderism. I can't say I'm surprised at how he was treated. Man, so many just on goes. And then
all you need is one person to be like, I wouldn't do that.
Agreed. And then 3 comments on Spotify. Okay. Terry T says, got my virtual ticket for Pod Jam 3. We're gonna see you virtually, says thank you. DJ Freedom 8 says, I love Karen. She just warms my heart.
Oh, thank you.
I agree. She warms my heart as well, guys. Introvert M says that what? Oh, he was thinking something nasty. Introvert M, that Opalite song had me deceased.
I didn't say a word.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. Let's check the comment. I mean the poll. Do you love to see happy Black people? Yes or no?
I do.
I'm shocked at the results of this poll. I just want to say 100% of y'all was like, y'all, them people that's not gonna vote is not on the same side as y'all. But only 97% of y'all love to see happy Black people.
What y'all like to see us arguing? Y'all like the stereotype. So what you want? You want me to say this nigga ain't shit, and so you can turn around and be like, you females.
3% of y'all is just like, I can't stand happy Black people. Oh, just out here being heavy and shit.
Men eat meat, women eat salad.
Oh, I hate when I be at the grocery store and I see 2 Black people smiling. What y'all doing? Enjoying each other company? What's going on over there?
What's going on?
It's me. I own the restaurant from Tenderism. All right, y'all. Let's go to the phone line.
Hilarious.
But first, a little bit of a break. Let me find one of these beats. Psycho Music. It's Only Us.
Psycho Music.
All right. 3 voicemails. The first one's from my girl Amon. Oh shit, wait. Can y'all hear? Y'all can't hear this. Y'all can't hear this. Okay, I know how to do it. Give me a second, everybody.
I guess I know.
Yeah. I just remembered that I'm in this certain browser and I have to share the tab, and I can't share the tab because y'all get everybody's phone numbers, and that's not right. Let's try it now.
Hey Rod, hey Karen, I hope y'all are doing well. I am behind episodes. I'm finally in the February episode, but I'm listening to the one with Chris Lambert from, I guess, was it 8 for Super Bowl? I don't know. I just watched it for the halftime show. But you guys were talking about movies and directors and things, and you mentioned Wes Anderson, and I audibly said, "Oh, I love Wes Anderson," and then you said you love Wes Anderson, and then I started naming off movies in my head, and I said, "Oh, the Royal Tenenbaums, Isle of Dogs," and then you said, "Oh, there's the Royal Tenenbaums." I was like, "Yes! Oh my goodness! I feel like I love that one." And my daughter, she's coming around the corner from her room, and she's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "No, I'm listening to a podcast, baby. Like everything's fine." But I was really excited. Y'all had some amazing episodes. I am super behind because we went on a cruise. It was my first time going on a cruise, and I had downloaded a bunch of episodes before the cruise. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna listen to this." But I actually had a really, really great time. I was so nervous that I was not gonna have a good time, so I had downloaded a bunch of episodes. I didn't even listen to them until we got back on land. So now I'm catching up again. But love y'all. Can't wait to catch up.
Well, enjoy that, and maybe you might get caught up to our new segment on pregame called "Cruising for a Bruising," where I discouraged Justin from going on cruises. So I'm glad you didn't get to that. Hopefully, you didn't get to that first. Hopefully,
right?
I don't want to make it more nervous. She left another voicemail.
Hey, Rod. Hey, Karen. This is Iman. I am still in past episodes, but after listening to your episode with Chris Lambert, I realized I was like, "Oh, it's past the 20th. I can listen to his special." So I went on to iTunes and I put in Chris Lambert. But apparently, there's a country singer also named Chris Lambert. I was like, "That's not our Chris." So then I put in the name of the album, and then it popped up, and I was like, "Oh, there's 2 albums on here." So it was great. So, but I listened to the newest one, of course. It was so funny. I was like drooling, laughing. I was laughing so hard. It just brought back so many memories of when my husband and I used to live in LA, and we actually met Chris Rock at the ArcLight, and I felt so embarrassed because he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here to see 500 Days of Summer." I was like, and I wanted to see that. It was my husband's birthday, and he really wanted to see the G.I. Joe movie. And so I was like, "They're taking this." So I was like, "No, we're here to see G.I. Joe," and he just looked like disappointed. It was like, "What?"
I don't blame you.
But
Anyway,
anyway,
G.I. Joe.
but yes, it was so funny. So it's like very relatable. But yes, I hope y'all get him back on soon so he can just talk about how everything's going for him since his album dropped. All right. Bye-bye. Love y'all.
You too. Glad you're back on your cruise and catching up. And that's a funny story telling Chris Rock you were going to see G.I. Joe movie instead of 500 Days of Summer. In my mind, I can't help but hear Chris Rock saying in the Chris Rock voice, like the G.I. Joe, like. Now, me and Roger going to see G.I. Joe is something different. Nah, I mean, it's his birthday, Right. I don't blame him. I mean, listen, I saw G.I. Joe, both of them. We did. Knowing they was bad. Like, yes, I did not walk in that theater like they probably got it right. I walked in like, I'm just here to see if Snake Eyes kill some people. That's it. And The Rock. And the last one's from Blue Wave Rider.
All right, Rod, you know who this is. I was listening to you talk about chicken and waffles, and you're right. Chicken and waffles is trash. It should go in the same trash can as sugar grits. Both of them is just not meant to go together. But don't put your mouth on Arby's. I won't stand for it.
I feel you, player. Thank you. That's it for the voicemails.
That's hilarious.
Let's do the emails and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. I won't even play the music. Let's just go straight in. Steven says the twist. The twist at the end of an M. Night Shyamalan movie produced concert with Chubby Checker would be Chubby unzipping his body to reveal it was Little Richard the whole time. Stephen for Beemore.
That's hilarious.
Miss Stacy says, "Dear Rod and Karen, thank you. I too do not understand the chicken and waffle pairing. I thought it was my Caribbean sensibility, but I just don't get it. I barely eat eggs if it touches the syrup, much less fried chicken. Thank you for speaking the truth. Sincerely, Miss J." Man, when I should, these are kind of jokes, guys. I appreciate y'all, but I hope y'all don't take it too serious. I don't want y'all to like really start a chicken and waffles war. You know,
chicken and waffles.
That's gonna be the World War III. It's like what happened to this civilization? Chicken and waffles.
That's how it starts.
The chicken side and the waffle side started fighting, and that's when the chicken and waffle wars broke out.
It was syrup and gravy everywhere.
Anissa says a link to Instagram, and Rod, you are a genius. You peeped game on Arby's. Well, let's see what's going on with this Instagram post. Okay, let me refresh. Let me turn on the volume. How do I turn the volume on? Where's the volume button? This speaker ain't it? Is it down here? Oh, it's down here. Okay, all right. Let me see. This is a video. It says,
okay.
Arby's is buying Buffalo Wild Wings for $2.9 billion.
The news is the funniest thing that I've seen, which is where the F did Arby's get $2.9 billion from? Hey, let me tell you something. I don't know who amongst me eats at Arby's. Respectfully, I know they have the meats, Pauls, but my question is, I didn't know that they were making that cake like that. They making that much money to where they're able to acquire other restaurants. I have only eaten at Arby's one time in my life.
When you're a money laundering organization, you don't need to sell the meats. You just need a front for the money. And they give 97% of their money to Republicans when they donate it to political parties. So you are funding the Republicans when you go and help them give cover for their real business of drugs and sex trafficking or whatever Epstein was into. Okay. But that's EVE's problem, not mine. I'll move on from this just because I've made this point many times. Miss Barnes, I told y'all, she said she gave me $5 on Cash App. She said, Operation Rodimus Prime for Saturday Feedback Show. Good day, Rod and Karen. I hope you're both having a beautiful day today. I want to champion a huge ask, and I will apologize in advance for getting on your nerves, even though I hope I don't. I'm so hoping that you will heavily consider doing a movie review of Transformers the movie. Shout out to Charles for sending you the announcement of the apology tours. It recognizes the childhood trauma that we all survived in the summer of 1986. I have every intention of attending, Lord willing, and if the creek don't rise, I will drop a random hashtag Operation Rodimus Prime and hope that you will consider a review. If you don't do it, I completely understand that you and Karen stay booked and busy with these Hornets games and other commitments. However, as a humble fan who loves your thorough, nuanced reviews, I hope that you consider it. As always, thanks for everything you do. All hail EV. Have a beautiful day. Love, Miss Barnes. The only issue I have with it is I think I misunderstood the YouTube video. I thought this was coming back to theaters, like a Fandango type, like not Fandango, Fathom events.
Yeah.
Like let's watch it again, because we did watch it at a Fathom event a couple years ago. I just didn't review it at the time. But I mean, I guess I have it on streaming and Blu-ray and all the stuff in the other room. I mean, it's nothing for me and Karen to sit and watch it and do a review again. But I'll put it on the list of movies. I owe y'all a lot of reviews, so I'll put it on there. But yeah, if they do like some sort of event where it's like go to the theater and see it, I'm 100% there, and I will do a review of it in the event. Jeff says, hey, Rod and Karen, one is a comment on episode 3231. Thank you, our man, Tenderism. I'm so glad people got in that Destination Steakhouse owner's ass when he showed his whole ass. I saw a YouTube video that summarized the whole situation with many of the previous clips. The creepy owner got mad at Keith Lee and even said something like, how do you tip a business owner? Is Tenderism even a co-owner? I saw a shortage on the short on the gram where he called the steakhouse owner his partner, and that broke my heart since I learned about this whole thing from y'all. Karen's words about what she loved about black folks reminded me of when my mom said the same thing when me and my sister were watching Beverly Hills Cops and Damon Wayans' character on the hotel broke Axel Foley off with the bananas. She said black people do that for each other all the time, and I love it. Yep, we do. And Cartel Bo is awesome for letting Unc know I see you and I got you. This is fucking with brown folks, but I think this sucks with us too. And there, the GOP letting it happen. Jakaris, and it's a link to a brown face stunt in Idaho. Outrage is far right agitator and brown face allowed to testify before lawmakers on immigration. Nope. Let's go. Thanks, Jeff and Japan.
I'm about to say the show almost over.
Yeah. Jeff said, "Hi, Rod and Karen. Sorry,
black people.
I just wanted to send the clip from Destination Steakhouse YouTube page with Unc saying him and the owner are partners. Hell nah. Oh, I'm good on that." Rochelle says, "Hi, Rod and Karen. Thank you for the last continued commitment to searching the internet for the politics and all the other things going on. I'm too tired to do it myself." I feel you. I'm looking forward to Pod Jam 3, and I hope we get to see you all in Vegas. Yes, we going to Vegas. We're going to be there. You will get to see us. Come hang out, hug our necks, take pictures. We want to do it. And lastly, Shavonda writes in, "Hey, y'all. I am so behind on episodes, but it has been nice to always have an episode to listen to and not have to wait. So I was scrolling on Twitter and came across a tweet that addressed something that's actually been bothering me for a while now. I see folks online say that voting for Kamala Harris was voting for the lesser of two evils when they were trying to convince folks to vote for her. I thought that maybe I was the only one who never felt like she was evil at all. Voting for her for me was not voting for someone I believe is a decent human being was voting for someone who I believe is a decent human being who genuinely cares and wants to make the country better for regular citizens. I also believe that Joe Biden is a fundamentally decent man who wanted better for the lives of regular folks. Now, obviously, I don't know those folks, so I can never be 100% sure, but based on my observations and over 40 years of lifing until proven otherwise, I stand on my observation." Yes, and what you just said is a very, I think, healthy and rational and honestly obvious thing. But in this cynical age and with so many of us worried about the internet judging us or purity policing or whatever, we get afraid to say, like, I actually thought I don't think they were like tricking me. I think they're a good person.
Right.
I think what really bothers people is that the job itself is not a job you can stay clean doing. It's the president. Like, by nature of being the president, you are the one who decides who lives and dies in certain situations. Mm-hmm. You are the one who decides who's saving someone, where you want to push the country. When do you protect versus when do you attack versus when do you defend versus, all that stuff. Policies, trades, and you're not the person that decides it alone, even though we treat it like a king in America. That's not what happens. You got to go through all these rules and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think that's really what people are saying is, like, whenever they get the job, something bad will have to be done something bad will have to be done, period. And you will be one of the people that decides what bad thing affects what person, good or bad. And so maybe that's what they mean, where it's like lesser of two evils. So I think America as a concept in a country is a heist. It is a colonizing force. It is a superpower, and the job of us as citizens and the job of those of us who are right-minded who take office is honestly to rein that power back in, and to try to do less harm. Like, every single time is, how can we do less harm? I'm always voting for harm reduction in America. I am not naive enough to believe there's a thing where we can vote in America and be like, and nothing bad will happen. Right. I think it's always like the biggest, most powerful military in the world should not have a person who's like, I want to fucking attack Iran because that's what I said on Twitter this morning. I think that was a bad thing that we did. I think him and it hawing over her actually, while letting him slide is why we have Trump now.
Mm-hmm. And also it's one of my things when people, now I've used that phrase before too, but I use it kind of differently. I think online a lot of times people use that phrase as loaded, mm-hmm. and it's almost like a form of judgment. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times when people say that online, I think a lot of times because, and I understand. People want to be accepted online. People don't want to be a part. They want to be part of the clique, a part of the crew. They don't want to be ostracized. They don't want to be picked on. Even online, people treat online like it's elementary school, high school. Like adults have never grown out of that mentality as much as people think they have. Because if you really have grown out, you would stand on your own 2 feet and be like, nah, ain't nothing wrong with Joe Biden. Nope, there's nothing wrong with Kamala Harris. I wouldn't tricked. I made it with a rational decision. I'm looking at the candidates, and she was the most qualified candidate. And I have a feeling that she wouldn't be doing the bullshit that she's doing now. And this is not flipping of the coin, quote unquote. Like I understand I made a logical, rational decision, and you're not going to make me back down. A lot of the internet, I realized over the times, make people back down, make people be quiet, make people that comes out with dissenting arguments. They just want you just to shut the fuck up just so they can get along and do whatever the topic of the day is. In 24, 48 hours, they go to whatever the next topic of the day is. None of them, in my personal opinion, a lot of these people, they don't take this shit seriously. You're not concerned about our country. You do not care if this motherfucker burn or not, because if you did, you would be adamant about things online. You wouldn't be fucking around. You wouldn't be saying crazy shit. You wouldn't be promoting people that ain't gonna make a motherfucking difference. You wouldn't be talking about third party. Like I've been online long enough to see these things, and I've seen enough elections, and I've seen enough cycles, and I know the trick bag, and the trick bag is real, and everybody thinks that they're above it, but they're not, because every time you turn around, wait till you get closer, you're going to start hearing about Jill Stein again.
Yep.
You're going to start hearing about the Green Party again. You're going to start hearing about Cornel West again. Where are these motherfuckers now? I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Where are they now? You're going to start, and people are going to be like,
Jill Stein already started. Jill Stein already started tweeting again.
That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, why don't we take them serious? No, bitch, I will not. Right. I will not take them seriously until you force me to take them seriously. And when I mean force me to take them seriously, they got to go through all the steps to get to the point where they have enough percentages of the vote, where they're on the debate stage. If we are not there, what the fuck are we talking about? I refuse to waste my time, energy, and effort into motherfuckers that don't matter, and to people that are wasting my goddamn time.
I get why folks frame it as voting for the lesser two evils. Mostly it seems to assuage those on the far left. Honestly, though, those mofos just want to be centered, and their feelings prioritizing the expense of others under the big tent. They want to be constantly wooed, and they want candidates to pass these impossible ass purity tests because that their candidate Bernie passes only because he hasn't done shit. Yeah. Right. Also, he doesn't pass those tests. They just don't really apply them to him. Whenever you bring up like, well, Bernie was for this thing, and they'd be like, what? No, it would have been worse than somebody else. He makes sure to stay his ass on the outskirts of shit so that he can always point at the folks actually doing the work of governing and say, see, look how imperfect they are. Well, anyways, that was on my mind. Just wanted to drop a line. Keep doing the great work y'all do. Is so important, especially though with the knee-jerk reactions that are the norm on social media, low-key and regular media too sometimes.
That's the truth.
Okay, I thought I ended this email. Here we go again. Years ago, I stopped watching CNN and MSNBC when it seemed journalists were more interested in the Twitter clapbacks and going viral. I know that is also a larger reflection on the state of journalism in this country, but I found it to be off-putting. One journalist I think had to apologize for making fun of someone's kid. I know it's old-fashioned, but I like journalists to kind of exist above a clapback and so-and-so and so-and-so just owned this right-wing guest type stuff. I just stopped clicking on those videos, and eventually I just stopped watching and never returned.
Right.
I started back watching local news more consistently, watched around 6:30 national news program that's only 30 minutes. I was watching CBS Nightly News because it's on one my grandparents watched, but since Tony Dukipple took over, I make sure to turn ABC Nightly News program. All right, I don't know why you said that, but okay. I mean, I don't watch it anymore either, so it's very relatable. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to depress you, but I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts on the media. They do a great job.
Very educational.
And they had an episode recently that was like the man trying to take over like your news or something.
Sinclair.
And they brought up the Sinclair stuff, and Sinclair own your local news.
Yes, they do.
And a lot of
deep.
Yeah, so the man with the plan to reshape broadcast TV is the way of it. What it's called. And they talked to that Republican right-wing shill who is like behind a lot of this, and like shout out to the interviewer. She did such a great job, and she always does. But she basically was pointing out flat out like, hey, so this is hypocritical. You're saying when Democrats are in charge, you were saying this. Gladstone, that's her name. You were saying this when Democrats are in charge, but now the Republicans are in charge. You're doing what you allege was wrong, and it was a great thing, but it also made you feel hopeless because this person is a person with influence and is in charge,
right,
and is empowered by this administration. And so all those tent poles and things that we grew up for journalism and all that stuff is over. Okay, that's all I had to say. Not really in response to anything y'all said. LOL, peace. I know sometimes y'all be journaling, and I'm gonna let it slide today because I'm in a good mood. But typically, I just want you to know that's a risky proposition. That could have went way left. A lot of times y'all be doing stuff like this, and I'll be like, hey, the fuck? That's not about our show. Go start a podcast. But today I'm in a good mood. Jason also left 2 comments on YouTube while we were recording. And let's just get them out the way. Man, I most definitely follow your rule that most likely answer is well. The most likely answer online will have you looking stupid. I saw a YouTube thumbnail that had LeBron on first take. Then I saw it had 56 views. Stephen A might give up on his presidential run if he had gotten that to happen. But our elections are absolutely being affected by people who've been misled online. This is why, as much as everyone screams support independent media, we still and will always need the AP, a New York Times, a Washington Post. Even in 2026, I still need their verification. Oh, and I can see Gavin is getting that 2016 Hillary treatment. He is the number one villain on the right wing and the left wing media. It's fascinating. I'm pretty ambivalent about the guy. Wouldn't be my first choice, but I happily punch the ticket if he gets the nom. Yeah, I am too. I think being online a lot and arguing about it a lot gives people a lot more like rigid feelings on these candidates, and I have been doing my best to avoid that kind of thing.
Same.
The only one who I feel rigidly like that I would support and defend is probably Kamala Harris, to be honest. And that's more about the principle of it than anything at this point. It's bigger than her even.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, in general, whatever Democrat makes it through the gauntlet, they're probably gonna be just fine.
The same when it comes to Kamala. I'm gonna be real. A lot of the love and affection that I had for Joe Biden is now falling upon her because I personally know it wouldn't have been the same, but she would have kept his legacy alive. With all my heart, I feel like there are certain pieces that she would have been like, hey, you started it, I'm gonna push it forward, I'm gonna keep it going, I will not let these things die. And because of that, if she puts her hat in the ring, that's what I'm going for until y'all prove me wrong. Like that is going to be my candidate day one. Don't care who y'all bring up, who comes up. Maybe you might have a Barack Obama that comes out that comes out of nowhere. It's going to be rare, but if you do, I'm very understanding to that. But unless you prove me wrong and get your ass out there and vote for whoever the candidate that you claim that you want up there, she is going to be my candidate, and I'm going to have the same love, the same admiration that I had for Joe Biden. Like if she wins, and the thing is, if she wins and she runs and her and Trump run again, and y'all reject her a second time. It was already an indictment the first time, but the second time will be clear for the motherfuckers that's fucking around that it's a flat rejection. I think this first time, a lot of people thought it was a fluke. Y'all tried to make me think I was losing my motherfucking mind when I was like, this is sexism, this is racism. She's the most qualified candidate. He didn't run on shit but bigotry and racism. Y'all told me I was motherfucking crazy. So if she gets rejected again, y'all gonna have to say I was motherfucking right.
Jason says, y'all had me rolling. I always looked at Chubby Checker as the winner of that entire era. He's like the black performer that didn't have the super tragic ending. His pops didn't shoot him. He didn't OD. He didn't get killed at the hotel. He just twisted. Ha, ha, ha. I do feel a way about chicken and waffles discussion. I thought you were an ally just a little while ago. You were advocating for dinner for breakfast. I don't know how y'all got confused. That's not confusing. It's just dinner at a different time. Nothing changed.
It's dinner at 8 a.m. versus 8 p.m.
Right. I thought you were a fellow male fluid of American, but it turns out breakfast and dinner together is just too much for you. You're like meal Mike Pence. Disappointment. Haha. The Captain Durag segment was amazing. Y'all dug into that like the Kennedy assassination. The way you were handling the evidence, I was like, oh, I hope they're wearing gloves. You had the woman going full Tiffany Haddish. Then you had the dude doing the full Black Rage. I seriously wanted to ask him, what's a Nubian? Y'all were in rare form, and that chat was snapping on the guest race. One of my favorite episodes ever. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And lastly, this isn't in the mail, but we'll be promoting this soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure we'll talk about just our what we did last night, probably tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But our friend Brian McGinnis of the Playable Characters podcast, where we've been on there a couple times and played roles. The basically Playable Characters is a podcast where they interview fictional video game characters, and they have comedians and funny people come on and they improv with them. And he's got a book. It's called Playable Characters Podcast, the book. The link hasn't gone live yet. You guys can't get one yet. But as you can see, it is signed by Brian.
Yay!
To us. He gave it to us last night. The Blackout Tips crew, thank you both for always supporting the show. Brian. And then also, as a forward written by Mario, signed by Mario. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's signed by Mario.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in the book.
We're in the book.
We're in the book, guys. In chapter episode 132, couple in a rampage apartment. Original air date October 7th, 2019.
2019. Wow.
The couple played by Rod and Karen Marr from the Blackout Tips podcast. And it has being a fan of a podcast and then being invited on that podcast because they're a fan of your podcast. That's just the best feeling. Rod and Karen, the Blackout Tips, are two of the best people we've met doing this. They're amazing at what they do, first of all, but also so damn funny at doing this show. This idea of being two people that kept getting their apartment rampaged by giant animals was such a fun idea. They couldn't have played it more serious, but also funny at the same time. It's like they've actually lived through this because they had so many funny examples and anecdotes about what it was like every time George the Ape or Lizzie the Lizard would come by and destroy their whole block.
No matter where we moved.
And let me tell y'all something. Fun. We had such a good time, but we really treated this so seriously.
We did.
We watched so many YouTube videos about Rampage, about the different versions of Rampage, all the different games. Like, we didn't half-ass it. We cared. We were fans of the show.
Yes, we did little nuances.
Yeah, we had all kinds of stuff. And we still was true to the spirit, meaning we didn't come in with any bits like really planned out. We still did improv the whole time, but it was such a fun time. You can go listen to the episode. It's still out there.
Yes.
But also, when this book comes out, we'll make sure to have Brian on here to promote the book as well. It's always so interesting when we get in a book. We've been in books a few times. Laughing Mad by Dr. Professor Bambi.
Yes.
I forget Sarah's last name, but Sarah wrote a whole fucking thing on us for her like thesis, doctoral thesis or something like that, or her dissertation. Like, it's always cool when we get cited or put into something like this. Some of you guys are so prolific,
right?
Dexter put us in a movie with like a poster in the background and stuff. Like, we thank you for everyone who takes the time out to highlight the show like that. And we're living a cool, blessed life to be able to do stuff like this, because I did not think this would be the path for my life when I was in school and stuff. And
I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah, like but I'm so glad that we found it, because I really couldn't be happier doing anything else. So thank y'all. All right, y'all. That's it. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon. I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody.